Going on, guys? Hopefully, you guys having a good Sunday. We're gonna give some people some time to get in here. As you guys come in here, if you're watching the replay, hit the like button for me as you come in here. All right, so we're about to get started with the live stream. So yeah, we got to talk about these women and how it's so hard for them to trust them. We got some videos to go through, but before we get into all of that, we have to go into a little bit of AI stuff that's headed down the pipe. We got some young people that are struggling to find jobs, and then we got to also look at, these adults are going insane. They're using pacifiers to cope with life. I mean, just imagine how soft we've gotten in society to where we have to revert back to babies being babied. Lets you know what time it is in our society. Not the right time. It's the decline time. So play one more song, one more background song as people are coming in here. As you guys come in here, hit the like button for me. will be starting shortly. Hopefully, this live stream isn't lagging. I don't know why it has the connection is being unstable. I mean, these have like the best connection. The technology isn't being very technical. So we'll play a little bit more of another song and then we'll get right into it. All righty, so let's go. Let's just go ahead and get into it, man. So let's start with this, man. The you blue collar job workers, man. You know, we always think that blue collar workers will be irreplaceable. They'll withstand AI and the robotic stuff, and that's just not the reality of the situation. And so I need to bring this to you guys, bring this to the front of the congregation for you guys because this is going to upend a lot of stuff. So let me get this. Let me get the share screen going. The transitions are not going to be perfect. Just letting you guys know. Let me see. Let's get this going. Okay. Let's put that on full screen.
The idea of a large truck barreling down the highway, carrying a heavy load and without a driver's hands on the steering wheel may seem strange and even frightening to some. Well, in China, that is exactly what's now being tested. Along certain routes, driverless lorries are being allowed to operate under supervision. And when it comes to smaller delivery vans, they're already sharing the streets with human-controlled vehicles. Our China correspondent Stephen McDonald reports.
These trucks are driving on a public road without a human being behind the wheel. Driverless transport company Pony AI was given official permission to film a video showing just what its technology can do. Now it's running a pilot program, making deliveries from Beijing to Tianjin port, which the company showed to the BBC. So here we have one of these self-driving trucks. From the outside, it looks like a normal truck. Let's have a look. Hey, the normal runs involve a safety driver ready to take over in an emergency. So here we are, we're racing down the freeway, and I've got to say it's pretty weird because you look over, there's the driver, his hands are off the steering wheel.
Of course, I was a bit scared the first time in an autonomous truck, but after spending a lot of time testing them, I think they are pretty good and safe.
I asked how the truck's sensors work.
This is our main sensor. It uses lasers which can reach a long way. There are also cameras which can track in multiple directions to detect blind spots.
These test vehicles are running daily limited routes. But elsewhere, much smaller trucks have already been cleared to operate freely on suburban streets. In the eastern city of Hefei, Rhino AI is taking parcels from big distribution hubs run by courier companies to neighbourhood stations, where scooter drivers then drop packages to the front door. We're told delivery companies can hire 3 robot vans for the same cost as 1 driver's salary.
The driverless vehicle industry is growing really quickly. Apart from express delivery companies, our customers include supermarkets, hospitals, and universities.
Bro, we're cooked, bro. You're cooked. Bro, you're cooked. Cooked. So for all you guys that were trying to get a CDL and all this stuff, guys, I don't know if you guys heard about the Waymo stuff. I like Waymo and how they have like already driving, like a self-driving Uber. Stats have already proven that these vehicles are more safe than actual human drivers. So they have every incentive to get you guys off the road so we can have safer roads, less accidents. They don't have to worry about the liability of you guys being reckless drivers. It'll be less expensive for the companies having these cars. And so by the time I'm 20 something years old, I'll be 27 next month. By the time I'm 40 and 50 years old, guys, most people probably will be off the streets driving. Human beings won't even be in the driver's seat. You guys will be carted around everywhere. So we're in very crazy times. And on top of that, we have this. We have this. You guys check this out. And so the job market's already struggling. And then they want to do insult to injury with this. Young men cannot find a job. And so let me enlarge this. Sorry if it's a little bit blurry. This is their video.
There's a troubling trend for young men in a labor market that's showing signs of slowing down. A new analysis of labor data by NBC News shows that the unemployment rate for men between 23 and 30 with a bachelor's degree has jumped nearly double that of women and is higher than the overall unemployment rate. Well, now young men with degrees are more likely to be unemployed than those with just a high school diploma. NBC News senior policy reporter Shannon Pettypiece joins us now. Shannon, when I saw this data come out, I was really interested, surprised, but I'm really curious what story it tells us. What do you think this tells us about why we're experiencing it now, but also why men are feeling this?
Well, when I talked to economists about this data, which really jumped out at me as well, they pointed to changing dynamics in the job market at the moment. There has been a real surge in demand for traditionally women-dominated fields and professions. So healthcare, where 80% of the workers are women, is one of the main drivers of hiring. Meanwhile, some of these traditionally male-dominated industries like tech, for example, has actually been cutting thousands of jobs over the past couple years here after going on a big hiring spree during the pandemic. We're also seeing job losses in industries like manufacturing. So at this moment, the labor market, which really isn't growing that much at all, whatever growth is happening is really occurring in these female-dominated industries, which leaves a lot of men, especially those with college degrees, struggling to get their foot in the job market.
Why aren't young women sort of facing the same hurdles, but also what should young men be doing about all this if they want to boost their prospects right now?
Yeah, so I mean, and young women are susceptible to this too if they're in one of these areas where they're facing some stagnation. I've certainly heard from a number of women who are struggling to find a job as well. But yeah, women who are in fields like health care, like education, they're typically a lot more likely to be able to get a job straight out of college, or if they want to switch a job or if they're laid off, to be able to find another one quickly, because there's just so much demand, particularly in healthcare right now. For the young men, the experts that I talked to, suggested potentially looking at a career pivot. Of course, healthcare, certainly, I've probably mentioned that about 10 times in this conversation. It is the hot place in the job market. So for men, they consider careers in there. And also for men who are looking to kind of stay in one of these more male-dominated industries, construction is still an area that has a big need, even though we've seen some slowdown in construction hiring and construction demand in the current economy. I talked to some construction economists, and they said there's still a lot of need and demand for men there, which is kind of helping for those without a college degree with just a high school diploma. But it does take some training and experience to get their foot in the door even there.
Just
Yeah, you're ha ha. Oh, bruh. Oh shit. Why is this shit lagging? Oh shit. Bro, you're cooked, bro. You're cooked. Again, you're cooked. You're cooked, bro. Oh man. Remember whenever I had that live stream a couple Tuesdays ago, talking about how feminism, women flooded the job market. Now you can't find a job because women have taken over these roles. Now you're seeing the evidence of it from this video. And like, they're talking about construction workers. Well, let me tell you the reality of that. The construction workers are all Latino. So how are you? It's Latino dominated. So you're not going to get a construction job. Women dominate healthcare. You can pivot and become like a doctor or something. A nurse. Yeah, you won't struggle in that job market for sure. But here's the thing with these going into these these women dominated spaces as far as teaching and healthcare and all that. The problem is you're not going to make enough money over a long period of time to sustain that. The cost of living going up. What's going on, Mike David? What's going on? Shout out to my man Mike David in the building. So, and plus, you're not going to get rich or wealthy doing these jobs. So you're going to have to really, guys, the only option you really have is to either go blue collar, but if you want to be a regular average dude, but if not, you're going to have to go start a business. There's just no getting around that. There's no getting around that. You're going to have to start a business because what's here today is not going to be here tomorrow. AI is going to take the job. Robots going to take the job. A woman's going to take the job. An immigrant's going to take the job. You see, she said that a whole bunch of tech workers are being laid off in mass. So you're in a weird predicament right now, guys. Just being frank. Hopefully the videos aren't lagging. If there's any lag or if there's anybody watching right now and there's any lag in the videos, just let me know. Because that really annoys me, especially with the amount of technology I have and we're gonna have to upgrade this laptop for sure, but this Wi-Fi should be just fine. Anyways, moving quite along. Let's get into this last story, the last little bit of news before we get into the main topic, before people start coming in here looking for the main thing. So where's the share screen at? So people are turning to cope. What am I doing? So people are using pacifiers now. That's right. They're using pacifiers to pacify their time.
They are using the pacifiers, Charlie, to soothe themselves. Reports say thousands of stressed out adults are swapping swapping melatonin and meditation for an adult-sized binky. They're being sold as sleep aids, stress relievers, even as a tool to stop smoking. The adult pacifiers cost anywhere between $1 and $70. Whoa, what's on the binky? Like,
they should go back to sucking their thumb.
One buyer says, quote, "When I'm under pressure at work, I feel a sense of safety from childhood."
Whoa. Yeah, guys, we're in a, guys, whenever I look out into society today, none of this stuff makes any sense to me. We're headed down a crazy path. And it seems like it's getting worse and worse. And there's no sign of it slowing down. People are resorting to pacifiers. Let's go back and rewatch this.
They are using the pacifiers, Charlie, to soothe themselves.
So it says reduces anxiety, promotes relaxation, helps curb compulsive habits like nail biting, cheek biting, or smoking, improves focus and concentration when studying, reading, or working. That's what they're saying about why they're using pacifiers. Yeah, we're weak as hell as a society.
Reports say thousands of stressed out adults are swamping
Look how ridiculous she looks. She's like a damn fool. Also in the background, I don't know if you guys can see this. We're going to get into the real thing in just a second, but I want to give you guys, put some medicine inside the candy for you guys. It's not always about women and what they're doing. New study tip: if you have ADHD, buy a pacifier.
Are swapping melatonin and meditation for an adult-sized binky. They're being sold as sleep aids, stress relievers, even as a tool to stop smoking. The adult pacifiers cost anywhere between $1 and $70.
$1 to $70? What the hell is wrong, bro? Whenever I look out into society today, all I see is a bunch of coping, escapism. That's all I see. A bunch of escapism, people running away from society, running away from reality. And I have to ask you guys a question. How can you improve without having some sense of reality? Reality gets you progress, the next step, acknowledges where you are so where you can progress further. All I see in society today is a bunch of coping, people struggling to deal with life itself. So we'll get into what everybody's been waiting for, why you can't trust women, why it's hard to trust women. So we got some videos to go through. We're going to get into them. So let me get this set up for you guys. This first video. And so this guy, he's going to talk about how the side guys know how sneaky women are. If you've ever been the side guy, or have you ever been the guy that's knows or been around women long enough to see how they act? It's quite a interesting dynamic to find out how sneaky these women can be. And so let's see what is going on here. Let's see what he has to say, and then we'll react to it on the back.
See, the problem is a lot of y'all guys don't understand how sneaky women can be
because you never been the side dude. When you are the side dude, you get a front row seat to see how sneaky women can be. You hear all the lies, all right? When you call your girlfriend and I'm sitting next to her in the bedroom, I hear and see every fucking thing. So to all you motherfuckers out there that think that I make videos because I'm hurt and shit like that from who hurt you and all this bullshit, I've seen things, motherfucker. Yeah, I've been hurt before, but I've seen things more. I've had women cheating on their husbands with me, their boyfriends. Come on now. I've seen this shit. I get a front row seat, so I know what the fuck going on. I'm telling other guys because I'm with the bros. I ain't with you 304s and bops. You feel what I'm saying? So, bro, if you got a girlfriend or a wife, there's a good chance that she's cheating, and you'll never know how sneaky that they are until you're the side dude. You hear all the lies. You hear all the fucking excuses. Where you at, babe? Where you at? Oh, I'm over Keisha's house taking her hair down. No, she playing with my ball hair. That's what she doing, bro. Free game.
Lord Jesus. So yeah, guys. Women have always been sneaky. And then you tack on the fact that they're programmed wrongly in today's society. And cheating, the statistics we've already been over this 1,000 times. It used to be where men cheated more on women, but now in modern society, women under 30, they're cheating at rates higher than men. Hell, most men can't even get a job, as we just looked at it, let alone get a woman. A lot of guys are sexless, can't get a relationship, can't even have intercourse. So let's go through this and break this down bit by bit.
See, the problem is a lot of y'all guys don't understand how sneaky women can be because
most dudes don't have a clue, bro. Unless you've had a sneaky sister and you've seen it firsthand in your own household, unless you just been around women and see how they act on a consistent basis, you're gonna have to get burned before you really realize how goofy and how sneaky and how conniving women can truly be. It's crazy. We think women are always these angels. We think they're all sugar and spice. That's what society teaches you. That's what they program you to think, that women are the sweetest things known to man. But that could be further from the truth. Their nature is quite diabolical, deceptive, and manipulative. So whenever you guys have the inclination that a woman is cheating on you, yeah, she's probably is cheating on you. You need to trust that feeling 9 times out of 10. So let's let the video play further.
never been the side dude. When you are the side dude, you get a front row seat to see how sneaky women can be. You hear all the lies, all right? When you call your girlfriend and I'm sitting next to her in the bedroom, I hear and see every.
Yeah, so a lot of you guys, you think if you have her location, if you call her phone and she picks up, that she's not cheating. No, the game is much more complex than that. She can pick up the phone and the dude can be in the passenger seat. The location could be at home and the guy could still be over at the house. She came over to see him. You think she's at home watching Netflix. And you think just because she's replying back to your texts that she's not seeing somebody else. Oh, the game can get diabolical if you're not aware. And most men have zero clue of how deep the rabbit hole truly goes. So yeah, it can get crazy, guys.
Every fucking thing. So to all you motherfuckers out there that think that I make videos because I'm hurt and shit like that from who hurt you and all this bullshit, I've seen things, motherfucker. Yeah, I've been hurt before, but I've seen things more. I've had.
Yeah, exactly. Like that's the biggest gaslighting tactic that women will use. Oh, you're hurt. Oh, you sound hurt. No, we as men, we've been through these situations, as to these numerous situations that you women put us through, and we can't trust you. The evidence, the experience, the anecdotal evidence, watching through other people, this is real evidence that we cannot trust you. So, yeah, This is a real problem. They gaslight you. That's what they do.
Women cheating on their husbands with me, their boyfriends. Come on now. I've seen this shit. I get a front row seat, so I know what the fuck going on. I'm telling other guys because I'm with the bros. I ain't with you 304s and bops. You feel what I'm saying? So, bro, if you got a girlfriend or a wife, there's a good chance that she's cheating. And you'll never know how sneaky that they are until you're the side dude. You hear all the lies. You hear all the fucking excuses. Where you at, babe? Where you at? Oh, I'm over Keisha house taking her hair down. No.
Yeah. The naive guy, the nice guy, oftentimes has no clue what his girl is up to. You thinking just because she normally texts you at 11 p.m. that one night she didn't text you. Matter of fact, she stopped texting you like at 9 p.m. saying, and she texted you in the morning that she went to sleep. She was tired from work. How believable is that? She don't do much at work. She didn't respond because she was getting into some shit that she shouldn't have got into. And so that inclination that you got, that you shouldn't trust her, that's a real thing that you should follow. It's a real thing. And let's hear it from a woman. Let's see what women have to say about this.
Fling, ex-boyfriend, ex-situation.
Let me start from the beginning. Come on.
Everybody got that one ex-fling, ex-boyfriend, ex-situationship, whatever. That like, I'm glad we're not together. I know we would never work. But you so fine. One of the finest men that I've ever laid my eyes on. Oh my God. If I could change any man, because I'm not in the business of changing men. But if I could change any man, I would change him. I would make you act right. I would make you right for me. If I was in the business of changing people, I would be changing you because you're too fine to not be with me. But I just know in another reality, I know in another lifetime, we're together and I'm having his third child today. Like in another timeline, I'm giving birth to his child right now. And we still follow each other on Instagram and stuff. So every time he posts, it's just a reminder of like, oh, you are supposed to be with me. Oh, God help me. Give me strength, Lord.
So yeah, if you're a woman's type, she's gonna do whatever. Women's standards, their whatever they say out of their mouth, you got to make 6 figures. All that stuff goes out the window if you're her type. Now, women, this is what happens to them whenever they're floundering around in their younger years, dating and having promiscuous sex. They always have this ex in the background that they secretly love. There's always that one that got away. So that's the guy you have to worry about. You think her past is complete. This is why her past matters. You think her past is squeaky clean. She gotten rid of all the guys. She wants just you. No, she's attached to one guy. And if that guy hits her up, yeah, then she's going to go because that's who she truly loves. She doesn't really love you. She might love you, but she loves him more. She's attached to him. So let's go back through this and react to it in real time.
Everybody got that one ex-fling, ex-boyfriend, ex-situationship, whatever. That like, I'm glad we're not together.
She's lying. And you can just hear it in her voice that she's having a huge flashback. She is missing this guy. I don't know what it is. Maybe she got piped down correctly. Or maybe the guy is just that good looking to her. But she is reminiscing hard. And she's like, I wish he was gone. Nah, she wish he was still there. And I promise you, if he hits her up, she'll still go. And so that's the thing you have to worry about with women. Like there's always that one guy that always has access to her. And that just contributes more as to why you can't trust. And so it's very key to understand why a woman is with you. It's key. to understand that.
I know we would never work, but you so fine. One of the finest men that I've ever laid my eyes on. Oh my God. If I could change any man, because I'm not in the business of changing men,
She would absolutely change that guy.
but if I could change any man,
But he has way too many options. That's why she gets cheated on. That's why she's dating out of her league. And this is why when women complain about relationships, it's not that they can't get into a relationship. They can get into a relationship. They just can't get into a relationship with the guy that they want. They can get a relationship, but they're frustrated about the top 20, 15, 10% of men that just won't settle down with them. Why would they do that? When you have women, a lot of women that look just like this woman, why would you do that?
I would change him and I'll make you act right. I'll make you right for me. If I was in the business of changing people, I would be changing you because you're too fine to not be with me. But I just know in another reality, I know in another lifetime, we're together.
You see this? Guys, these women get to fantasize, falling in love, romanticizing. Yeah, you guys are thinking that you're the one. Yeah. No, you're probably the guy she settled for. Sad reality. Sad reality. Now let's go into this next video because this next video is wild. Wild.
Gonna text me a couple of niggas.
Lord Jesus Christ. Let's start from the beginning because you're not gonna catch that.
I don't care how good my relationship going. I'm still gonna text me a couple of niggas.
Oh man. The young dudes is cooked, bro. We're cooked. We're cooked. Listen to what this woman just said, bro.
I don't care how good my relationship going. I'm still gonna text me a couple of niggas.
At that point, it defeats the whole purpose of why you're in a relationship. At that point, your ass should just stay single. But you have a lot of young women with this mindset, and they're 20 years old, and it's just like you can't change this stuff out of them, guys. You can't. They're too far gone. Whether it's from their horrendous childhood, bad experiences with men, programming through pop culture, programming through indoctrination of feminism. It's a lot of different things that can get to her. But that's the problem we have today. We have a whole generation of women that are just lost, that you can't, so lost that you can't save them. They're too far gone. You can't change their mind. It's like they're children of the corn. Sad reality. But all of this is being said. Don't be, the side guy knows everything, but the naive guy, this is what the naive guy does. And guys, do not ever be this guy as we get into our last clip. Do not ever be this guy. This is ridiculous. This guy is being ridiculous, bro. Ridiculous.
Please just marry me. Marry me on this flight. Marry me on this flight. I can't live without. Don't break up with me. Just marry me, please. You're my everything. You're everything. You're everything I've ever wanted. You're everything I ever need. I want to die with you. I want to die with you. I want to grow old with you. I need everything. Please, I need you.
You know, it's always one of those videos where you just get stuck and you're just speechless. You're like, bro, how did you get so down bad on that? And look at that woman's face. That woman's face wants nothing to do with him. They're on an airplane. She's probably just using him for his resources. And he thinks he has a good woman that likes him for him. They've been talking for a while. And women do, I hate when women do this. Women will have no intention of dating you long term, but they'll still take up your time, go on dates, and still not truly like you. It's quite astounding that women are capable of this attribute. It's really crazy to me. As a guy, that doesn't even make any sense. How are we going to deal with somebody and you don't even really like them at some level? Let's replay this video. And guys, do not ever, please, do not ever be this desperate. It makes me frown.
Please just marry me. Marry me on this flight. Marry me on this flight. I can't live without. Don't break up with me. Just marry me, please. You're my everything. You're everything. You're everything I've ever wanted. You're everything I ever need. I mean, I want to die with you. I want to die with you. I want to grow old with you. I need everything. Please, I need you.
Oh man. You know what's crazy, guys? He way too old to be acting like that. He should have learned a lot sooner. See, that's what the guys look like that are hopeless romantics. That's how them guys act. Another sad tale of a man not knowing his worth, not having any self-respect, dealing with a woman that does not truly like him, but is using him. These stories are way, way too common at this point. So that is all the clips that I have for you guys today. If you guys want to comment your thoughts, or if you guys want to rewatch the stream, we talked about some AI and stuff going on with the job market. And then we got into why, it's hard to trust women. Got a dude talking about what it's like to be the side guy. Women fantasizing over the ex they couldn't tame. A woman saying that no matter if she's in a relationship or not, she's still going to cheat. And then we have a guy that right here who is struggling to find himself. He's trying to find purpose in love, and it's not working. He's proposing to a woman that cannot stand him, does not like him, and he's trying to do whatever, say whatever to get her approval. So this is a sad state of men that we are in today. You can't trust women. Women don't want to settle down. Can't find a job. We're in that survival of the fittest time right now. And I know it's hard because a good portion of you guys want to have families, and I don't blame you. It's natural to have a family. It's natural to want a wife. It's natural to want to have kids. They take your last name. But dealing with these women today makes it so hard. You can't trust them to be where they are. You can't trust them to follow your word. Even if you do get into a relationship, you're not out of the woods just yet, because she can at any time switch up and end the relationship. And so you're in a huge predicament right now. You're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. You're at a crossroads trying to figure out relationships. It's hard to navigate through this stuff when you got women talking about stuff like this. We go back.
I don't care how good my relationship going, I'm still gonna text me a couple of niggas.
women are so bold today, which lets you know how entitled and how emboldened they are, how they know they're not going to have any consequences and they're still going to have a whole bunch of men feeding for them still. They're so bold with their statements that they're making them public for everybody to see and judge, and they don't care. They do not care. So you're in a weird predicament. You're in a rough predicament today, dealing with these women, dealing with this world, this cold world, trying to navigate it through the right way. It's always changing. Just when you think you got it figured out, you throw a curveball. Now you're back to square one, trying to figure out and gain some traction again. So the best move today is if you can find a good woman, okay, good. But you just know that every woman's going to play that card that she's a good woman, that her past doesn't matter, that she's a new woman, that she's the best woman. But her past does matter. It's an indication of her future. A lot of people think they can change, but they don't change if you just look at their behavior over time. So hopefully you guys got some value out of this live stream. You want to get some right resources and maintain your lifestyle and invest some money. It's probably best you stay out of relationships if we're being honest. But if you have a good woman that can help you out, stick with that woman. But I'm just saying that situation is becoming rougher and rougher as we get along in society. This is not a doom and gloom channel. We're here to talk reality, not give you a answer fits all. Just giving you information and you guys take it for what you want it or how you want to interpret it. I'm not telling you guys and forcing you guys either way. I'm just giving you evidence of what's really going on in society. So that is my live stream. I appreciate you guys hanging in there with me. Hopefully there wasn't a whole bunch of lag. If there was, if you're watching the replay, please hit the comment section and let me know. I'm going to go back and rewatch this to make sure it wasn't a whole bunch of lag. And if there is, we're going to have to find a way to stop the lag. But that's my live stream. I appreciate you guys coming in here. Don't forget to hit the like button, comment your thoughts, and we'll see you guys in the next one, man. Peace.